I think today's look is going to be the most affordable makeup look I've ever created. Last week, I unboxed the MCO Beauty 2025 Holiday Advent Calendar. If you want to see how I bypassed the shipping, if you want to see the initial first reaction, my thoughts overall on that advent calendar, that video will be linked below. But that alone can help me create the majority of my skin. And then I'm gonna incorporate 2 to 3 other items that are not part of the advent calendar but are extremely affordable as well. I'm gonna start off with the Grip Primer. Now, anything that was not part of the advent calendar, which like I told you guys, was only 3 items. I'll tell you which 3 they are and the price point that they retail for. That way you'll get the visual on the makeup and the price. When it comes to gripping primer, all grippy, I don't care if it's e.l.f., if it's this MCO, or if it's Milk Makeup. You want to apply the thinnest amount. So I did 2 pumps, started it here, and then bring it kind of close to this area. You can avoid areas that you don't really get oily. For me, it's this here, so I'm good. And then you want to give it a second. You want it to get tacky. You want to tack. We're not there yet. So I'm going to give it a full-on second to set. The advent calendar didn't feature a base. I don't have an MCO Beauty base. I am going to use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh, which I checked in Ulta's. It normally goes for $15, but at Ulta right now, they're on sale for $10.50. So if you use like the regular promo code, that's like $3.50, you are going to get it for like $7. My shade is in medium dark 14. Look at how tiny this sponge is. I'm gonna go wet it and we'll see how much bigger it gets. Here's the sponge. I will do a side-by-side so we can see whether or not it grew. Maybe just a smidge, but not as much as one would expect like from a regular sponge. It's okay, we can make her work. We're grippy, but not too grippy. See what I'm saying? Like with my e.l.f. it would stay, and with Milk Makeup it would stay. With this one it's not staying, but doesn't mean it's a bad primer. I love that they're like really duping these higher end brands. Do not mind. Mira, me vienen a visitar. I have a little visitor on the side of my nose. And then I have something else going on here. You know what happened? I'm gonna be honest. I literally lounged the entire weekend on my couch or on my bed. I was a freaking couch potato. I did not clean. I did not even cook Friday or Saturday. I quite literally just was a sack of potatoes. Doing nothing, scrolling on my phone. I didn't even wash my face. Like I got in the shower, I came out, I was like, I know, and I didn't even wash my face. So yes, it's normal to skip a day or two. Not good, but it's normal. We all do it. And whoever says they don't is lying. That's probably what happened. All right, let's take a look at the skin. This is why I love the Pretty Fresh skin tint, because it looks like my skin, but better. It's balanced. It balanced out a little bit of the redness here, so it doesn't look heavy. The coverage is very, very light, and that's why I'm obsessed with skin tints. That said, I feel like the primer did a pretty good job. Although it wasn't like super grippy feeling on the skin, some people don't necessarily like the tack. I really like that even though I went in with a sponge, everything blended out well. Like I didn't feel like it was sticking to any particular area. It's not patchy. Some gripping primers, you really have to go in and make sure you get a good blend, because if you don't, you'll get a good amount of product just kind of like blotched in one area, and then it's really hard to move it around. But with this one, it didn't. So maybe it's a good thing that it wasn't like super duper grippy. Let's move on to the concealer. I'm gonna use this one by Catrice. It is the True Skin Conceal Her. I've had this for a while. This one is in 33 Cool Almonds. I love this concealer and it's affordable. How much is it? This concealer goes for $7 hairs, which is really nice. I'm only gonna do a few dots, and I'm dotting because the applicator, mira, se partió. It broke and it's somewhere in there. I'm just gonna do one of those because what else can I do? It says high coverage. I would say depending on the amount you apply, you can get away with medium coverage. This is definitely not light coverage. You can get away with medium coverage, or if you apply a good amount, then you'll get full coverage. I'm gonna apply whatever's left on this sponge onto my lid. I'm gonna skip on eyeshadow today, but I'm gonna show you how we're gonna emphasize the shape of the eye. Last item that is not part of the advent calendar, but it is by MCO Beauty. This is their Instant Contour Cream Bronzer Stick in medium dark. Walmart has their wand sticks at $11.49. I am going to lock and unlock. This is just like Charlotte Tilbury, and that's what I'm saying. It's affordable but amazing quality. So, and none of this is sponsored, by the way, okay? None of this is sponsored. But if you've been wanting the Charlotte Tilbury little wand things like this, and you're like, hold on, let me show you. If you've been wanting some of these And I mean, look, this Glowgasm, it's stunning, but it's expensive. And I've really used her because it's gorgeous, right? But if you've been wanting one of these, check out MCO Beauty. Again, the quality is stunning. The price is affordable, and you're gonna get the same packaging and stuff. So I highly recommend, hold on, you check it out. They have contour sticks. They have like the contour ones. They have highlights and they have blushes. And you see how dark it is and it looks kind of scary, but don't let it get to you. Like, don't be intimidated, because once you start blending, it's pretty sheer. It works, and it works really well. I'm gonna go ahead and do the perimeter of my forehead. Just adds a little something without being too much. I'm just looking for dimension. I'm gonna take whatever's left on here and I'm gonna tap that on the outer part of my eyeball. I'm gonna take the sponge as well. This little sponge that came in the advent calendar is truly coming in handy. And I'm just gonna blend with the very tip of the sponge along my crease and just above it. It adds a little something. See, it blends it out. It doesn't look super intense or crazy. Now we're gonna move forward with this tiny little pressed powder. Packaging is freaking everything, is it not? How cute is that? So I'm gonna go in with the little velvet sponge. That's my concealer. If you're enjoying today's content, I really hope you consider joining our family here on the YouTube and hitting that subscribe button. If you are not new here, girl, you already know the drill. Make sure that you hit the like button, you comment as we go along, and if you have a free hype, I'd love it if you could share it with me. I'd really appreciate you, and I send you a big hug. Like, you guys have no idea how helpful that is. All right, friends, so this is what the skin is looking like. We're already being transformed. Calmate. We do have a little bit of contouring going on the eyeball. I'm gonna go in with this itty bitty little powder puff and some of the powder, and I'm gonna set that concealer and the bronzer. That way that baby is not gonna shift, because we didn't apply any primer on the eye. Because I still have work to do on the skin, I have the peptide lip treatment. Let's try that. It smells like chocolate. Okay. It feels like there was almost nothing in here. I am gonna give this to Miss Ty, like I said, but I'll just show you kind of how it works. It's a clear gel. Honestly, if you've been wanting to try the Benefit Cosmetics one, that's for the eyebrow, literally, you can use it on the brows and or the hair, and it's essentially doing the same thing. The wand is pretty similar as well. It's clear, and you know what? The ABH one is very similar to this too, except they smell different. The ABH one smells like alcohol in a weird way, like a chemical, and this one has no fragrance at all. Okay, so boom, those are the brows. I'm gonna set this to the side for Miss Taco Bell. Now for my lashes, I am gonna apply the Extend Lash. This is their travel. I have the full size. Y'all already know the drill. Stop asking me. No me pregunten, because I don't know. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lash. This is more of a tubing mascara in my experience, although I don't feel like it says that it is. That's the one, by the way. But when it was coming off like a little tubing mascara. Now, because I like showing you guys the full potential of a mascara, I am going to fast forward through the rest of it, but just so that you know, I'm going to do my 2 full coats and then the half a coat that I always do, and we'll see how it goes. It definitely makes them darker and gives you length. I did curl my lash. It didn't completely remove the curl, but it didn't keep the curl 100% like a waterproof mascara has done for me. That said though, it does emphasize the lashes, and I think it's a really nice mascara for like everyday no makeup days, just to kind of enhance and or emphasize your lashes. But if you're looking for drama, you might want to look at a different mascara. I did apply a very small amount on the lower lash. We're gonna leave it alone. As of right now, it still feels a little on the tacky side, but you know what? We're gonna give it a second to fully dry down, because I did apply more than just 1 coat. Remember that I did link, and I'll link it below for you guys as well. I did link the advent calendar. Again, this is not sponsored, and I paid for that advent calendar myself. It's 20 bucks, big whoopee, I know. But I say all of this to say, my reviews are always genuine, and I keep it 100%, whether the product is free and or I paid for it myself. They didn't even know I was due. I don't think they know that I did this unboxing. And the link that I am sharing in this video, as well as the one that I shared in the other video, not affiliate links either. This is just directly onto the website. to make it easier for you guys if you wanted to snag it yourself. Okay, we're gonna move on to these cutesy little, what is it? Well, the drops, they're drops. One says bronzing, one says glow. I'm gonna give you a swatch of both so you can see how even the tapas are not even that off. Okay, mija, I don't know what to tell you. So these are the glow and these are the bronzing. All right. The glow is glowy and it's pretty and I'm gonna blend her out. And then the bronzer is not really a bronzer. Like it is, but it isn't. Like I think this would be a terrific color for anyone who is of a lighter complexion. That would be stunning. But this would actually be a really good base for me. It's a pretty good shade, no? The only thing is that it's glowy. It has radiance to it, which is what throws me off. But once you apply it, it's kind of like, ¿pa dónde se fue? Where is it? So I skipped on it. Plus, I didn't want to try something like this when I'm trying this, and I was really looking forward to this product here. And so far, my skin is looking fantabulous. I'm gonna go into the should I do the highlight? Wait. I'm gonna use the blush. So this one is in the shade Dusk because it's such a rich and deep shade. I don't know how this is gonna perform. I'm gonna do 2 dots. I'm gonna use this side of my sponge and I'm gonna, oh, this baby's forgiving, girl. For a second there, I was like, could you imagine if I make the mistake that most people do when they're not used to working with creams? If you over apply all at once and then you have to struggle to blend. I know. So if you know you want intensity, just build up to the intensity that you want versus starting off with the intensity and then it's too much. This looks scary. It really does. But on the skin, she's stunning. Okay, now that that's on, I can go in with highlight and top that off. I'll just melt it into the skin with my finger. I'm gonna bring it forward. Never bring any highlight forward to this area if you have enlarged pores, and your girl does have enlarged pores here. They're blurred because I got powder on, but they are enlarged. So you always wanna keep it on the high points or where you want hydration, and no one ever wants hydration in this area. So again, skip that. And that baby is set. It looks beautiful, but it's set already. That was kind of fast. This is definitely one of those products that you can build up if you want to. It's dried down in most areas on the back of my hand, but there's areas that are still wet. So I'm kind of dipping into those. Okay. Now this lip liner is in the shade Cheeky Chat, and it looks like it needs sharpening. It purposely wants to be a dupe for Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, hello, we cannot say they're not trying to dupe. The top is MCO Beauty. The bottom is Charlotte Tilbury. Almost spot on. I think there's like a incy-wincy shift in the color. One is slightly deeper, but it's like a 1%. So technically it's not even something that's really noticeable. I do want to go fully matte, so I'm going to apply this all over the lip. Just by looking at it, I would say it's Pillow Talk and not MCO Beauty. I do want to go back in with the powder and add a little more brightness under the eye. Y'all know I like that glam look. Finish off the skin, we are going to use their Miracle Flawless Setting Spray, which smells wonderful. I need to know the name of the perfume that this is mimicking. I need a perfume that smells just like this, and I know it exists because I had a good friend, if anything family member, who smelled like this every single day, and it's been years and I can't think of the name of the fragrance itself. If you have this, please tell me what perfume it is mimicking. If you don't have this, but you end up getting it and you smell it and you figure it out, please help me out. But friends, I mean, I did a full face of makeup, super affordable. It's really, really great quality. I wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't. So let's be mindful of that. And yeah, so those of you who did end up getting your advent calendar, get excited because the product is actually really nice. And you are right, it is a great way to discover so many items by one brand for such an affordable price. Let me know in the comments, do you have your eyes on another advent calendar that's super affordable? Because I do. If you didn't check out yesterday's video, you absolutely need to. It is the FabFitFun advent calendar unboxing. Such a fun unboxing, honestly. I'm gonna make sure that's linked below as well. Now, you know we can't go anywhere without saying hello and thank you to our channel members, the G Squad, an amazing group of people who have joined channel memberships and are supporting the channel at a higher level. If you're ever interested in joining, all you have to do is hit the join button below and you're good to go. If you are still here, that means you watch watched all the way through. You are a real one, and I truly, truly appreciate you. So thank you so much. And listen, if you enjoyed today's video, you don't need to go anywhere. YouTube is gonna recommend 2 videos here on screen they think you're really gonna enjoy. So I hope you consider checking them out, and I will see you guys on the next one.